The last group of settings for the base station are very similar in terms of printers and disks, and it's easy to dispose of them. We can see the printers that may or may not be plugged in to the base station. I have only one, and your choice here is whether or not you will allow people to come in through the wide area network port on the base station. This means people outside the network that you have created with the base station. Can they come in and share the printer or printers that you've attached to the base station? And Bonjour is the technology that lets the printers identify themselves to people who are coming in over that port. Again, for most of us, for security, we are providing these shared services of printers and disks for the people within our network. The same thing here with the disks. If you have disks connected, you have the same two choices here. And if you are using Windows file sharing for some of your users, you will configure it down here. You can set up file sharing, and as I mentioned previously, you can have a separate password for the base station and the disk, or you can use accounts here. And if you use accounts, you will be creating accounts with names and passwords. This is a bit more secure because rather than just having a single password, you will be able to see both an account name and a password. These are not the Mac OS X accounts, and you can choose what guests can do, if anything. The disks you will configure here. If there are any disks connected at the moment, there are no disks connected to this one. The last set of settings is a set that you will use if you're troubleshooting the network, but if, for most of us, we're not doing really intense network troubleshooting. So if you are getting into trouble with problems on the network and someone comes in who is not familiar with Airport, then what you do is you go and connect to the base station using Airport Utility, click on the Advanced button, and then let the technician go to work, because here is the information about how things are logged. Port mapping, this is the technology for discovering devices, and the various other techniques here. This is what I wanted to show you, is that you have logs that you can look at. Here is what has been happening, and this is what a technician is likely to want to look at. You can see what the signals are like, and this, as you can see, this line is coming from the right. It's going back in time. In fact, the whole scale is moving along, and it keeps adding at the right, which means the line will keep moving to the left. And you can see what it was like 1 minute ago and so forth. And you can take a look and see what clients there may be at the moment. And right now there aren't any. So this is the set of information and settings that a technician who's not even familiar with Airport Base Station may want to look at. You could just park them here and they can diagnose the problem.